Hi guys, I'm responding to this. Babam Kiza played this morning, and it kind of spoke to what I talk about on most of my videos, what I call generational wealth. He rightfully called it generational legacy. And there is someone that he's talking about. We've recorded, I think, a voice recording maybe. But they're talking about intupeko yomntu that we all struggle because we all have to start afresh. Our forefathers and their fathers and their fathers, all these generations till the current generation, which is you and me. We basically are put in a very disadvantaged position to those that are not the same skin as us. However, what I seek to point out is that these days there are opportunities and the African child does make the money. The challenge is that our education seek to encourage consuming as opposed to investing. Our education says once you make the money, buy until you drop. It doesn't teach how to increase what you have. If you give an African child 100,000, they will spend it within an hour. You give the same to a different color, they're thinking about how to double it, how to triple it. I've noticed even with us networkers make money. Most networkers really make money. But once a person makes money, the first thing you will see are pictures of cars on Facebook, on WhatsApp, or a house. We buy, we consume. Instead of taking that money to make it go and work for you so that you don't have to work so hard anymore. We take that money, we consume it, we keep working harder. The ideology of those who are different than us says that once you have capital, you use that capital and let it work for you. Use it as the donkey. Let that money be the donkey so that you stop being the donkey yourself. So what we do as Africans mostly, not everyone, please don't spit on me, I'm just making an observation, is that we consume. I can count with almost all my fingers the people that I know that have been successful in networking. I know how many bought cars and bought houses. And unfortunately, in many cases, when that network dies, the elevation from the level where you were to where you elevated yourself, you cannot sustain that. It becomes difficult. A person will do anything and everything to hold on to that status. How many people do you know around yourself that once had these cars or these houses or moved to these areas and they had to come back from those areas? They had to walk even. And some had to sell those cars and some had to surrender those cars. That's because we are given the mindset or the attitude by the universities that says, be a good worker. It doesn't say, be a good investor. It does not teach us to invest in things that are outside ourselves. When you have money, it's outside yourself. You're supposed to take that money and use it so that it works for you. Instead, when we have that money, we want to show people how successful we are because, again, our society says success is measured by the things outside yourself. So if you have a beautiful car, if you have a Mac, a Beamer, these big machines, and you stay in a particular place, then according to our norms, you are successful. If you eat at certain places and you dress a certain way or a certain brand, then you are seen to be successful, which is why we are consumers. We are driven that way, mostly by society, by peer pressure, by those who point out what success looks like, as opposed to, and I'm going to say this, I have observed, I've had the opportunity to visit certain areas of India. It's amazing how they teach the young ones how to multiply the money that they have. They teach the young ones that when they give them money for school, if they can keep that money till month end, they will give them double what they have and still continue to give them money on a daily basis. So they have to pick and choose. Is it better to double the money and enjoy by investing in something at the end of the year? They usually do is they buy seeds, and then they would give this child a small bed of soil to plant the seeds so that the seeds can grow and he can reap those seeds and go and sell and make even 4 or 5 times what he has. So they literally physically show them what it means to multiply your money, because they teach them that the world outside where they are, they borrow people money by doubling it. So they teach them, use this money to buy seeds, because seeds can triple or quadruple. It's amazing to actually watch. So Babumkis, do share the source of the person who made that video. That voice sounds familiar, but I would like to explore even more, because it is unfortunate there is no one dedicated to teaching the African child that we live in an inflationary world. If you do not find a way to have extra incomes, source of incomes, by multiplying what you are making yourself, so that it gets to a point where you do not have to work yourself ever again, you will stay poor. I mean, I listened to this video, guys. It's amazing. It's point on. It even talks about the wealth that gets out of the urban areas. We have surrendered billions of South African rands to those who come from outside our countries. If you look at the Black Economic Forum, if I'm not mistaken, they spoke about the billions that are in the hands of non-South Africans that have tuck shops and shops in the urban areas, and now they are targeting some of the rural areas, which is it's very unfortunate. It is truly unfortunate. That is our wealth. Those shops should be owned by people of our color, not people from outside our countries, because one day when we wake up, there will be no legacy, indeed, completely. Right now, we still have a chance, but truly there is no legacy. This is truly amazing. Perhaps if we realize that by buying things that we don't need, one day we will sell things that we need to just survive. Why can't we see around ourselves? How many people do we know that makes money somehow and they waste that money by accumulating liability? Can we not start teaching our children how to multiply their money, so that we can start getting out of this hole? Because at the rate that we are going, getting out of this hole seems and sounds like a never opportunity. It's something that will never happen. I mean, right now many people are crying and complaining that no one is helping them. That means whatever you're doing from your own efforts. And if you don't do enough, your children will be doing the same thing directly from their own efforts. Again, if you listen to this video, this man alluded to the fact that our education has rendered itself, our educational system has rendered itself useless. It's true. I know a lot of people who have masters, honors, even some are going as far as doctorate. In fact, I know a few people who have never worked and yet they have masters and honors because there's no jobs. And even when they try to get jobs, they are way educated to get a job. It's it's a chicken and a egg situation that we find ourselves in. But the one thing that is clear that comes out of this video is that if you don't quickly, and I mean quickly and soon enough, start finding a way of supplementing your salary, you will find yourself one day being one of the people looking for a job which you can't find. And there is no telling what that deterioration will do to the generation of today, because it's hard to find a job right now. It's hard. You stand a better chance of making a little bit of money if you start something as opposed to going in queue to find a job. You advertise one secretarial job. I have a friend of mine. He advertised for a senior secretary position, and I think he got well over 30,000 CVs. That's remarkable. To even narrow that down to the 3 candidates that he needed to go and interview, it was cumbersome. Because you have people who haven't worked like in their lives, and people who worked maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, and then you have people who are in a job who wants to get out because of whatever reasons. It's amazing. But what is important, what we should take from this video, this knowledge, what is in this video, guys, is amazing. Find Thabiso Lizia Mkhize. Watch the video that he attached on here. It's amazing. It's amazing. If anything, find a way to start creating your own legacy. Start small. Start with you and your children. And if you can, stretch it to the family, because that's how it starts. The reason why those who are different from us are always one step ahead is because by the time a child is 5, 6, 7, he's got so much money put aside. And not just money, assets and things. By the time he reaches adulthood, he could almost just never go to work and just jump into a business and have you and me as the donkey that is working there, making that wealth grow even further for his children and his children. So it's handed over from one person to the other. It would never end, so there will always be one step ahead of us. This is amazing. Thank you, Babu Mkhize, for sharing. This is pure joy. This is rich, very, very rich. I would like to have a chat with the person who recorded this video, this message that you shared. Thank you very much for sharing, guys. I hope you will gain a wealth of knowledge from this. It's amazing. Bye, guys. Love you all.